the places where we used to go, and I'll be there. Oh, how can I forget you? Well, there's always something there to remind me. Always something there to remind me. I was born to love you, and I will never be free. You'll always be a part of me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you should find you miss the sweet and tender love we used to share, just go back to the places where we used to go, and I'll be there. Oh, how can I forget you? And then there's always something there to remind me. Always something there to remind me. I was born to love you, and I will never be free. When there is always something there to remind me. Always something there to remind me. Always something there to remind me.
I remember my brother, his fate was so cruel. He saw things so different, branded a fool. He never quit talking and followed me round, followed me swimming. I hope that he drowned. He found trouble often, each place we'd go, laughing and dancing, those same whispers would grow. He wasn't different, I was the worst friend. He didn't know that this was the end. He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different, he was my shame. And I said goodbye, I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell. The locals got angry, left traps out for him. Through rocks started shouting, his prospects were grim. Easy to blame Benji, my mother's favorite son. For her and my family, my plan had begun. Let's play together, you go and hide in a cypress tree hollow. It was safe and dry. He trusted me fully, I nailed him inside. He thought we were playing, that was a lie. He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different, he was my shame. And I said goodbye, I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell. Only much later did he start to weep. He called me softly, but I was asleep. He couldn't get out, I had nailed him in. This was my crime, this was my sin. As the sun rises, so the sun sets. After a day, mother she frets. Hey, where is Benji? Where is my son? I'm here, mama, you're only one. He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different, he was my shame. And I said goodbye, I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell. He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different, he was my shame. And I said goodbye, I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell. He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different. He was my shame. And I said goodbye. I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell. He was my brother, Benji his name. He saw things different. He was my shame. And I said goodbye. I said farewell. I took my hammer, my ticket to hell.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast, it don't last for long. But the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. The shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed Cathedral Mountains. He saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once, and he tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept the memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forest and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His sight is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, High Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, High Colorado. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Though he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, and everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, High Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, High Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, any time of year, you can find it here.
This is Console Wars, the card game. Featuring more famous video games than you can shake a stick at, Console Wars finally allows you to win a war you've been fighting and probably losing on the internet your entire life. Quit being a keyboard warrior with the warm embrace of anonymity to protect you. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect some of the most famous video game franchises of all time. Protect them with loyal and frighteningly dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry and claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your favorite video game making mega corporation needs you. Enlist today. Head to consolewarsgame.com. Pick up a copy of Console Wars, the card game, outshine your rivals, and prove that your platform reigns supreme. Out now. This is XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. Everything Xbox Era does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. I'm your host, John, and joining me as always is reviews editor Jesse Norris.
Yeah, for some reason it showed you as muted. It said the same thing as always. So I just literally muted and unmuted StreamYard and then changed and rechanged the thing, and it works fine.
How much of that did anyone hear?
The last 4 words.
What? Like literally the last 4 is always is Jesse Norris.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna cut. All right, the audio version, they can get the fixed side of this. So stop the piano. Stop the piano.
Well, I'm gonna stop the recording. Hold on, let me go delete it so I don't have 2. do. All right. And
You ready? Let's do this properly.
Once you hear the music.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Headlines, Xbox Era's twice weekly show that covers all the latest and greatest across this hellscape of an video game industry. In the spirit of that industry, we talk about all the platforms, not just that blasted Xbox console stuff. Today's date is October 30th, 2025. I'm your host, Jon, and joining me, as always, is reviews editor Jesse Norris.
Oh, hello, John. How's it going? Oh, hey, thanks, everyone. Hey, how you doing? I'm used to getting spit at and hissed upon.
Yeah.
Boo. Oh.
As a heads up for our patrons, don't boo them. We like those guys. As a bonus for those guys, we make audio versions of these episodes available to them via Patreon for use in their preferred podcast app. But if you're on Spotify, you can link your account, listen to it there instead. If you would like to support this rather fantastic, rather brilliant team directly, head over to patreon.com/XboxEra. Oh, I tell you what, it's not often it happens because I love doing this show. I love the privilege of getting to do this job, and I know you do the same. But right now, I'll be honest with you, chat, I don't want to be here because I want to be playing Arc Raiders. I've been playing it all morning since it launched at 10 a.m. I just want to be playing the game. I want to be playing it right now.
John, why don't you tell us a little bit about Arc Raiders, the game that nobody watched the review of because they hate us.
I know, right? All the streamers got it, so everyone was watching like Peanut and stuff like that. No one cares what this 40-year-old scrub thinks about one of the best multiplayer games of this year. How do I persuade you about Arc Raiders? It is an extraction shooter. Boo. It's not like a super inaccessible one, though. This is a third-person Helldivers-esque extraction shooter set in large open areas where you are fighting not only against the machines that live on the surface and definitely want you to die, while you scavenge and get loot so that you can craft bigger and better stuff, but there are also other humans up there, and sometimes they'll be friendly, as evidenced in my video. Sometimes they will absolutely kill you on sight. And there is just this wonderful tension, and it reminds me of the early days of Sea of Thieves, this emergent, I don't know what's going to happen. Is this guy going to shoot me on sight, or is he going to break out the recorder and play me a little tune? I don't know. And then it might just happen. It has provided some exhilarating moments, like it genuinely, just like when I first played Sea of Thieves and you were getting these like, I can't believe that just happened kind of stuff. It's now happening in Arc Raiders. And I think that Embark Studios are onto something so special.
Even though they did once again use AI voices.
AI. They used AI in a number of ways.
It's a very smart way of using AI audio because it's much like they went for with the finals. It is context sensitive in a way that you would have to have like 30,000 lines of dialogue for every permutation of this scenario for it to ever work with pre-recorded voice lines. So it's like it's contextual pings, and when you ping something, the way they describe or do the bark outs when you ping.
It's silly. I've seen in some reviews and previews, like we opted to do a review in progress because I was like, I'm going to edit together a chunky video expressing my thoughts after playing tons of hours in the beta, several hours in the tech test, and another 4 hours on top of that. And I was like, I know what this game is, right? I don't need to preview it and then write another 2,000 words on a review. So I just opted to do a review in progress. We'll test it in this live environment over the next weeks, and then I'll finalize that score.
I wonder if you'll get yelled at for that approach like I did for Oblivion, where it's like, oh, you played 10 hours, mate. Look, that's enough. It's like, it's still just Oblivion.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, so in progress, I'm going to be playing more hours, right?
Yeah.
But they used AI in several ways. Like, and I read a couple of these. Like, I saw a preview whinging, that causes me concern. I'm like, there are tools, and the developers for voice acting, as an example, they have reached agreements with the actors that they've hired that they can do that. That is what they've been paid for. No one's missing out. It's not being replacing anyone. They've used actual actors and then built a system to accommodate what they wanted to do in a smart way. The other way they use AI is in the game. If you don't want to sound like you, there are 10 computer-generated voices, presumably from real actors, that when you speak in your microphone into the open world via proximity chat or push to talk, what the other player will hear is a completely different voice, whatever one you've selected, which is crazy cool. There's a voice mask. So people helps out with the harassment side of things as well. You can either choose to pretend someone you're not, perhaps disguise what gender you are, all of that jazz. I mean, it's horrible that people even have to feel they have to do that, but I understand this is the internet. It's horrific. And the other thing that they used AI for, to my knowledge, and I have to go verify this because this was a conversation I was having in my games earlier this morning, was that when like lots of the Arc machines have like drone style chopper setups, and you can like specifically target those propellers to spin them out, and that animation of them spinning out and tumbling and losing control has been partly generated by AI to work out all of like the real-time physics of them tumbling, reportedly. Don't know for sure on that one, so I'll have to go check, but I thought it was like, that's a clever use of doing something complicated and making it like look cool still, like you wouldn't tell, but rather than hand animate it, it's different every time, I think is the point. It generates I've been hit from this side, so I'm going to tumble like this, and it's very, very organic and super, super cool. I played it. I haven't played it on Series X yet. I do own it. I've got a Play Anywhere copy, so I'll be honest, I play it primarily on this nice ultra-wide screen at maximum.
Your copy might not work right now. That's what people are complaining about, that the standard edition did not unlock when it was supposed to.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Maybe they just really want you to pick up the pricey edition. Let's find out. Hang on.
Like for many, it's still showing pre-ordered.
It's also worth saying that I played some matches solo. It is actually a soloable.
You're lucky.
Soloable game, but it is extra terrifying when you're on your own. Like it's so tense. But honestly, I'm going to be streaming a whole heap of this in the first ever 6 sessions tomorrow night for probably like 5 or 6 hours. So if you want to enjoy some Arc Raiders and live vicariously with me, jump on and join me on the XboxEra YouTube channel tomorrow evening UK time, because I'll be live streaming.
I thought you were going this evening.
No, I was going to go this evening, but
then I will cancel my stream.
Oh shit! Have you scheduled?
Well, mine would have started at midnight your time actually. So, but I had a Halloween stream set.
Do it 001, and then you'll be in a new day, and you won't take any notifications, right?
No, it's a rolling 24 hours. It's annoying as shit. But yeah, no, I was going to do Pacific Drive tomorrow night for Halloween.
Oh, nice. I was going to save that for a make John play a horror game, but you do you. It's fine. Oh god, sorry. Let's not play Arc Raiders right now.
It is working for you. You've made it. You've made it. You're lucky.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, honestly, the fact that you can pick this up for 30 quid, I think, and it looks incredible. The graphics fidelity is gorgeous. The soundscape is some of the best. Like it's up there with Battlefield in terms of how it sounds around you, and primarily the way that the artists and the team at Embark have brought together those visuals, the audio design, and this kind of cohesive retro futuristic art style. It's just chef's kiss. It is such a cool game. I'm glad it exists.
I enjoyed what I played during the tech test a while ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more stuff for the team so that they can all jump in and play. I hope.
Maybe, because we'll all be too busy because there's 9 trillion games coming out.
Yeah.
There's 9 Game Pass things that are public. There's another one I know of. There's just so much, and trying to cover it all and trying to find out who's repping all of it. We'll get into it more in the ID at Xbox show, which had a whole bunch of Game Pass stuff coming next month in December, because why not?
Oh man, it is relentless.
And people are like, how could they put this one up between Battlefield and COD? I'm like, when else would they put it out? There's no time. There's no good time for putting anything out right now.
I don't think, like I saw Chris Dring interviewed. I think it's Soderbergh, the head of the Embark Studio, the creative director. I can't remember. And they were like, yeah, we think it can work here. But this apparently was the guy that was also at EA when they chose to release Titanfall 2 between kind of. But look at the Steam lists. Look at the Steam concurrent players right now. I bet you it's in the minis. And it's only going to go up as the weekend progresses and as more streamers jump in, because it is just such an incredibly well-made video game. And the servers seem to be holding up. I had a little bit of rubber banding this morning, but that was it.
Yeah, they were crashing right before launch because so many were trying to log in, but then it seems to be doing all right.
Yeah, it's good times. It's good times.
God damn it, Fair just added another review. Now I gotta quickly get this on to OpenCritic. What is this guy doing with all these reviews? Speaking of, on the website, we also had Nick do a review for Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage, played entirely on Xbox, so people don't have to yell at us. He likes it a lot. He says the rollback netcode good, but it very much is a multiplayer-focused game. If you're coming looking for like a bunch of single-player stuff or more, you'll probably be a little disappointed. But if you're looking for some good multiplayer, now that there's rollback netcode and everything, you are in luck. It has it. Oh my God, his fucking intros are 3 goddamn months before you see the it's 3 minutes before you see the actual game. What the hell? Come on, Nick. Jesus Christ, this guy. Indulgent, you know? I had to jump to 247 to see the actual game. And even then, it's just intros. Oh,
do you know what?
Shit.
It's just who he is, you know? You just got to
4 minutes if you want to see gameplay.
Wow. I mean, each to their own.
That's what happens when he puts up reviews when I'm sleeping and I can't critique him. At least I think we got him to finally put music. Yeah, there's music behind it now. Oh, yeah, no, it took me a while. He's like, why do you want music? I was like, because it's fucking boring with just your voice. What do you mean?
Everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to
everyone.
Virtua Fighter.
Nick Baker here. This is about Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. Here's my review.
Bless him.
My God. He makes reviews that he wants to watch.
Yes. Yeah.
It's fine.
But that's out and available to watch right now, along with
multiple
Fairy
reviews.
Empire's review for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. And I think he's just
Bloodshed.
put out a review for Bloodshed.
I'm not putting on an OpenCritic. Guess why? It doesn't fucking exist there, and I don't feel like making it OpenCritic. God, the amount of games that don't exist on that platform drives me crazy. I have probably made at least 100 games on OpenCritic in the last couple of years.
It's crazy, isn't it? We've told them that as well. Like, I remember someone on Annapurna side going like, what do you mean it's not there? I'm like, it's a quirk of the platform. It's nothing you guys did wrong. Like, we review so many games that we often have to put them on there ourselves. What else? Just a heads up to patrons over on the Discord, because it's not easy to post these sorts of things on our forums. But I did tease a work in progress version of our new 2025 into 2026 animated intro, which is pretty slick, if you don't mind me saying so. It's pretty slick.
You want me to show it?
Yeah, you can show it if you want. It's up to you.
Is there terrible music on this one?
There's just a small. No, it's not horrifically loud.
Thank God. Well, no, just the music on the last intro.
No music. No, it's more a vibe than music.
All right. Well, that means I have to swap to desktop audio, mute you, and. Ooh, it wasn't quiet. There you go. And it'll just play forever now. I'll play the rest of the show. Jesus. Okay.
It wasn't that loud.
In my headset, it was.
Huh.
And my headset is the only headset that matters to me.
Fair enough. Anyway, let's talk news. Because, this man's got our graders to play.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox financial results are in for Q2 2025?
Oh, yeah. No, it's Q1.
Q1. Okay, you wrote Q2. So
it is Q2. Why am I thinking? For some reason, I had one stuck in my head.
Okay, you put Q1 in our headline. On the website, it says Q1.
I don't know why you said Q2 then. Did I put Q2 over there?
No, you put Q1. It's Q1. Guess what?
No, I think it's Q2. So the headline's wrong.
It says FY26 Q1 segment.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So I just messed it up in the headline thing, that's all.
Yeah. Deep breaths. Guess what, folks? Hardware's down. Another what?
29%, which was less than their guidance, I think, but it is primarily due to not shipping units. Shocker. They're not looking to loss lead and grow. They are in margins mode, which we have been told repeatedly. Thank you, Jay Foley, for the gifted sub. Congratulations to Amish AI.
Oh, wow. Wow, even the Amish have AI now. Jeez, it's everywhere.
But yeah, if depending on where you are, this was like the worstest news ever, even though it was far better than their expectations they gave 3 months ago. And you're going to see it again in 3 months because, again, their guidance is mid to high single digits less than last year. So it's people look at year over year in growth as the only metric they care about, when both in their comments, Satya Nadella, the CEO, and Amy Hood, the CFO, both constantly said, led by our high margin like target focus. Like they're not focused on growth in this division. They weren't even focused on it in Windows. They got it in Windows, which is also part of the personal computing segment, because everyone was swapping from Windows 10, which was end of life. And they're actually expecting Windows 11 to decline or see small growth at best, I think it was. Next yeah. But it's like Q1 25 fiscal year was the last time they integrated all the Activision numbers. And so it was like a 61% growth in content and services and a mid 40s or upper 40s. It was like either 41 or 49, I can't remember, growth in the whole gaming division. So they were comparing to that, and they almost matched it while lowering costs severely. So for them, business-wise, good. And people kind of treat these like they would be surprised. And I saw people on certain forums being like, oh, Amy and Satya seeing this, they must be furious. There's going to be more firings. And it's like, Amy's whole job is putting these numbers together. Like, it's a huge part of her team is getting these numbers for the investors, who is the only person these calls are actually for. They're not going to be surprised because of number go down. They were actually expecting it to go down 7 to 9% and went down 2% total. So it outperformed by 5%. It's just they're in the weird part of the generation where unlike what Sony is still doing with putting PlayStation 5s on sale, and they're still really pushing, trying to keep their numbers in line with PS4. Microsoft has shifted focus entirely from growing into margins because they make $1 bajillion and they want to keep more of it. Like, I know a lot of people point out that $136 billion from PlayStation this generation, but they only kept 14, which is kind of why you would imagine Jim Ryan's gone. Japan took over, and they started immediately talking about margin increasing because they were making more money than God, and they were not keeping more than like 9% of it, whatever that ends up being. You've been muted. I was waiting to see if you would unmute.
It's kind of like I was muted because my cat is outside, desperate to come in and keeps meowing at me. So I might have to go let her in a second. But I find this stuff weirdly hyper focused upon, like. And he's just defending Xbox and their terrible performance. Are you kidding me? Like their performance in terms of, if we're just looking through the lens of hardware, is atrociously bad, and I don't think it's good for the brand at all. But also, I'm not a shareholder, and I don't really care.
And we know why.
I genuinely don't.
We know why their hardware is so far down. Their hardware is down because they're not trying to sell it, and people can't get over that. It might be a bad move. It might be stupid. I have no idea. But they're not trying to sell hardware at all. Thus, the numbers keep going down. And they don't care.
Yeah, I like I said, I've said this previously. That they've made a call. Yeah, there is no point continuing and pushing this gen. So don't. That's the call they've made.
Yeah, they can't get costs down, and now tariffs have really upped prices even more. Like, maybe if tariffs weren't so bad, but it's one of those weird things where people are like, yeah, but they've, and I saw like Mr. Babbitt and others saying they've raised prices twice this year, and it's like. So, I mean, so is Nintendo. Nintendo is just the Nintendo and PlayStation differences are they worked very hard to not raise prices on the console themselves in America. The Switch 2 console hasn't gone up, but the accessories and everything have gone way up, and they're squeezing on the games. And the PlayStation went up multiple times everywhere but the US. and they shifted to 80 euro games, which like people are always like, oh God, if they ever go $80 games, it's going to be the end. It's like, it's been 80 euros the entire generation. It's just not America, so the American press doesn't cover it, but it's like, the prices have gone up everywhere repeatedly. It is bad everywhere. Everyone has been bad in squeezing, especially since this government took over and the macroeconomic conditions changed on what hardware costs, and everyone raised prices.
It's crappy and I hate it. What can I say?
Yeah, it just sucks.
It does. It does just suck.
And explaining why it sucks for everyone immediately gets you branded as defending, and it's like, no, I hate it. As a customer, I don't like this, and I don't care. They could all eat these costs forever and still be more than profitable. That's just not the point. Being profitable doesn't matter. They could all use the exact same system that's going on right now through the end of time and be profitable. But that doesn't matter. They need to make more. That is their fiduciary responsibility in this broken system. So people should stop being surprised by it. Yeah.
Now, in other news, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella did a big conversation with it. I'm only segueing into this because we were just chatting about Satya and Amy Hood. And the same people...
There's not actually that much more about the financials. They literally just said, margin's good, things down.
Yeah. The same people that were like, the financials... he did an interview with TBPN Live, which we covered. You can read the full transcript around Xbox. There was lots of talk about AI and the recent $1 billion investment into OpenAI and yada, yada, yada.
And a very big increase in that investment, which is what a lot of these margin targets are paying for.
Yeah. And, he didn't mention the word Xbox once. And so people got really cross with that. And I'm like... We're talking about nitpicking here, like genuinely. But here's what he said. He said he was asked about, hey, you're going, the console wars are over. You're transitioning. You're doing the X, Y, and Z with your console business. What's going on? I'm paraphrasing, obviously. And he said, remember, the biggest gaming business is the Windows business. To us, gaming on Windows and, of course, Steam has built a massive marketplace on top of it and done a very successful job of it. So to us, the way we are thinking about gaming is, let's first of all, now we are the largest publisher after the Activision deal. So therefore, we want to be a fantastic publisher. Similar approach to what we did with Office. So you can read into it there, everything everywhere. And indeed, he says that. Which
is what he said a very long time ago, is he wants it to be like Office. And he got what he wanted.
In the FTC trial. Yeah. He's like exclusive there. He said, we're going to be everywhere in every platform. We want to make sure whether it's consoles, whether it's the PC. I don't know why hearing whether it's the PC. Like, I've never heard people put the in front of PC so much as Satya Nadella does. But whether it's the PC, whether it's mobile, whether it's cloud gaming, or the TV, like, where's all these thes coming from? We just want to make sure the games are being enjoyed by gamers everywhere. Second, we also want to do innovative work in the system side, on the console side, and on the PC. And it's kind of funny, people think about the console, PC as two different things. We built the console because we wanted to build a better PC, which could then perform for gaming. So I kind of want to revisit some of that conventional wisdom. But at the end of the day, console has an experience that is unparalleled. It delivers performance that's unparalleled, that pushes, I think, the system forward. And then lastly, he finishes with, so I'm really looking forward to the next console, the next PC gaming, but most importantly, the game business model has to be where we have to invent maybe some new interactive media as well. Because after all, gaming's competition is not other gaming. Gaming's competition is short form video. Not sure if I fully agree here. You mean time. And so if we as an industry don't continue to innovate both how we produce, what we produce, and how we think about distribution, the economic model, the best way to innovate is to have good margins. Because that's the way you can fund. I don't... Some of what he says here kind of, I understand.
The reason why I think the margins thing is because there's not that venture capital investment in gaming anymore.
No.
So you need to be doing well so that you can then go off and try some other things. You cannot just, for a long time, and we talked about it a lot. For a long time, when we talked about it a lot, gaming investment was a money pit. It was like this endless pit you could Scrooge McDuck into and get some venture capitalist bros to give you money out of. and that's stopped because consoles have stopped growing the amount of people using them. Like, once you become a mature business, you can't be wasteful anymore. If you want to try new things, you have to be smart and have, like, that was the wait for John. That was the Halo Infinite approach of Halo's gonna really keep making a bunch of money, and then we'll be able to it'll pay for a lot of the other stuff. And I think that line of thinking is what he's talking about, where they don't have tons of people just looking to invest. They don't have super low insurance rate, or what do you call it? Friggin' borrowing money rates like Embracer built themselves off of. Like, it is very much a mature industry where you can't be as wasteful anymore. And I know people lose their minds over the margin target, but, like, at least it's not the 70% that the rest of that the actual company operates at.
The thing that got me thinking about when he said about this, I want to be innovative here. Like, rewind. I don't know if it was on headlines, if it was on the main show, but I said what they should do is focus on that core gaming audience and build a version of Windows that is just about that. Remove all of the productivity stuff, everything to do with Photoshop and blah, 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 strip it all back and make it just focused on games. If that comes out of this, as someone who also games on PC.
Yeah, if that hybrid Windows 12, whatever it ends up being, the Xbox mode is just like, and then you jump into
even if you can, you can switch. So you've got your productivity windows, but I can press a button and it ignores all the fucking fluff that I don't care about and just gives me this games focused.
Yeah, because they still, even if it is Windows, and everyone's like, oh, it's just a PC. And it's like, they don't want that, because then you can hack Xbox. And they've actually been very good about not letting the Xbox One in series generations ever be fully hacked. So it will still it'll probably have a partition between it all. And you jump between, this is your Xbox store, this runs like an Xbox, or you can jump over to the PC version that then has Steam and GOG and all that. It won't be as seamless as like this one. Like a regular Windows PC that doesn't have an Xbox mode. Everything's together. But then the Xbox PC, Xbox or Xbox PC. Like, and I haven't. You need to have a different version of Windows 12 for that, or a highly chopped down version of whatever Windows 12 ends up being for that. So,
yeah. All right. In other Xbox news, if you were trying to play games yesterday and couldn't, Xbox Live was down, and it was down in a really big way thanks to a global Azure outage that caused people on Game Pass, and particularly badly for Obsidian, trying to launch Outer Worlds 2, which just released as a day one game for the standard edition onto the service. People couldn't, because Xbox Live was down, as was Azure. And
well, Azure was down, which Azure went down, and Amazon Web Services started having problems. It was like half the internet was just going bleh.
Yeah,
but
it was bad.
Like you were like, can you please update the Azure one once it comes back up? I was like, sure. And by the time I was going to bed, I still couldn't update it.
Yeah, it was down for a while.
Yeah.
But it seems to be all fixed.
If you already had something installed, you were fine, but you couldn't go in and install stuff easily. You'd have to go through, on PC, you had to go through the Microsoft Store. And I think you could do the preload through the Xbox app. So there were workarounds, but most people aren't going to know that.
Yeah. So it's all back up now, though, so don't panic. You can go about your business and play your video games and have fun, hopefully. Again, in Xbox news, Idea Xbox and IGN teamed up for actually a rather great indie Idea Xbox showcase that featured both a ton of really cool looking games and additionally some rather good Game Pass subscriber surprises. So if you are a customer for that service, there's some really cool stuff coming your way pretty freaking soon. So, we were like happy as people that like to play cool video games, but then sad at how we have to once again figure out how we're going to cover all of this in November.
Yeah, start out that really weird, I don't know, was it Southeast Asian? It looked Southeast Asian.
Indonesian.
Indonesia. Oh, yeah, I'm right. That Indonesian, though there was no subtitles, so you couldn't tell what anyone was saying, horror game that had just a hell of a soundtrack to it.
Village of Calamity, yeah.
And it's one of those things where you've got the metahumans, so they look really good, but obviously it's probably not a studio that has like a big motion capture rig to use. So it's a lot of hand animated stuff. So it's like Uncanny Valley. Yeah, where you're just hitting video game animations on incredibly realistic looking characters, but it looked cool.
Yeah, it did look cool.
Now there was a lot of
yeah, like we could go through it. We had that. We had Darkwood 2, a sequel to apparently a rather cult classic.
Yeah, 8 years ago Darkwood came out, so it's been a while.
Yeah. We've got Don't Fret, where you play as a kind of
you're a living guitar man.
Yeah, like a weird cartoon guitar person being chased by a giant cassette head person.
Definitely felt like one of those Five Nights or Poppy's Playtime type of games.
And I tell you what blew my mind a little bit as I was putting this together was there's a whole new term. Like last year and into this year, lots of the word cozy. It's a cozy, cozy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the new trend. Now the new trend is, and this term blew me away because it's negative. Friend slop.
Yep.
Friend slop games.
Not this one, but the ones where it's just hanging out and having fun and shooting the shit with your friends.
Friend slop. That's the term that developers.
They literally used it in there talking about the sledding game later. But
sledding game.
Then there
friend
was
slop.
Yeah, there was the one you called out the name of this one before it even was announced.
Papageist.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I have absolutely no idea how this game plays based on this trailer, but I'm guessing it's like a freaking WarioWare timing thing mixed with a lot of visual novel stuff.
We got an update for 33 Immortals, which is already out on Game Pass.
Yeah. Pride and Impertinence.
Physics. Yeah. We got the physics-based ultimate dungeon brawler called Oasis.
Yeah, really hard to read the name. You can see once you know the name, you can read it. But until you know the name, seeing it on their thing, I do know people like especially the physics-based stuff. But this, this is a hard AWAYSIS, all like swimming around each other. But it looks good coming next year.
Yep, that looks fun.
Game Pass.
It's coming to Game Pass, I believe. Ungodly, which is from I think a mobile dev.
Yeah,
this is a dark fantasy RPG.
If you play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, it's them, and it really looks like a mobile game, but it's not.
Planet of Lana 2 got a extended game preview. Bugs me a little bit because most of the footage was the same stuff that I'd already shown you on my own hands-on preview.
And no one watched.
That no one watched from Gamescom. So, like if you're excited for that game, watch my video. It's fine. We had Aphelion from Don't Nod.
Yep.
It's Don't Nod, isn't it? Yep.
And they actually changed the name. It is just Don't Space Nod.
Oh, good. A Vampire Survivors Balatro update called Antichamber, which is available on Game Pass a couple of days ago now. We saw a little DayZ Badlands expansion, which doesn't really give you any indication of what it is, apart from there's a motorbike in it.
Yeah. It's by Bohemia.
A Nick game. Yeah, a Nick game, Super Ball, which looks to be a fighting game mixed with Rocket League.
He didn't say anything to me about it. I wonder if anyone told him that it exists.
He probably.
It's just
it was read anything.
It was a shadow drop. It was literally just out then. I don't know if it actually had ever been announced before, but it's out and you get Game Pass perks. It's free to play, but there's Game Pass Ultimate perks.
Yep. We obviously got the friend slop game of sledding game. We had. I'm going to skip around a little bit. We had another friend slop one called Task Time. This is your new favorite friend slop was actually in the description.
Mm-hmm.
We had Raw Fury rock up with 3 Game Pass releases, all out before November 20th.
Oh no, routine's December 4th.
Oh no, Dome Keeper is December 9th.
There you go.
But yeah, we got Monsters Are Coming Rock and Road and Routine, which are available on both the same day on November 20th in Game Pass.
No, Routine is December 4th.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm reading that sentence incorrectly. Mm. And then Dome Keeper is on December 9th. But there's three more games. Yeah. All look good.
And we are on the review list for all of them. So I'll do Routine.
Yeah, I don't know about the others, but we'll have a look.
Well, Fairy would do Rock and Road. It's right up his. But Eggs On.
Egging On is my favorite looking one. It's basically just go up.
Oh yeah, only up with but you're an egg that can crack and then reform its shell, and you can change your shell, and there's really a scary bird.
There's lots of scary chickens trying to get you and your egg. But I mean, I really love the look of egging on. Like, out of all the things, I was like, that looks really fun. I want to play that. So I will. I'll try and do the review for that one.
These weeks definitely show there's less investment in Game Pass. No, they've got too much of a backlog, and so they're not looking for stuff right away. Like they're being more selective because as these types of shows show us, there's just too much coming. Way too much. Over the Hill is now coming to consoles. Before that was only PC. So we do get a confirmation that one's coming. There's TCG Shop Simulator, where you can immediately, everyone just started modding it to have Pokemon in it on PC. But it's another one of these simulator games coming Q1 2026, where you got to spray down stinky nerds in your store. Man, there is too much coming for any one website to play or for any one human being to possibly cover. I don't know. There's just like there was even more on this freaking show. Oh, this is the task time. And then they had a very long segment that really sold me even more to finish the show off on Mouse PI, which we got to. Ain said I think it was Ain said he got to play it at Summer Games. So I was like, what the heck? We only watched a presentation of someone else play it. Why'd you get to play it? But it looks awesome. Like it is a full-on sim.
Ains is dashing. That's how he pulls that stuff.
Yeah, he's intimidating. He's pretty big. But it's not just like a boomer shooter. It's a full immersive sim with detective work, and it looks amazing. It is a very good-looking video game.
Yeah. Basically, we're eating all the time. Yep. There's just so many good games,
and yet all the coverage from so many people is just completely negative. I'm like, it doesn't matter what platform you own. There are too many amazing games, yet the coverage on all this shit is just so overwhelmingly negative, man.
I feel like the majority of people that are in this industry seem really fucking jaded to me. I don't know why. Like, I can't imagine the privilege of being able to do this for a job.
I think
I feel so fucking miserable all the time.
If you are in it for a job right now, it's nearly impossible to have one that pays.
I think the worst of it is a lot, and I'm not speaking for every video game journalist out there, but there's a lot of people that work in this industry to use it as a stepping stone to go and work for their favorite studio.
Yeah,
that's just fact. And it's borne out by evidence. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, my mindset has always been like I've dabbled and I've seen how that sausage is made, and I have no interest. Yeah. All right, I like to play finished things that are fun. I do not want to be a beta tester or a QA tester or a writer or anything.
Most people are also stuck working for the same 4 or 5 companies because they own everything. So it's not, and you try and go down your own, and you realize how hard it is. Like, I'm sure Destin's seen it. The amount of work he has to do now compared to you're at a company, they pay you. You have a very specific thing, you go and you do it, versus you are it and you have to do everything yourself and try and keep up with all of it and realize, oh, there's a bajillion things to cover. Oh, actually covering things doesn't get that much focus, especially if you're just a YouTube channel. Like, if you're not a website that can just do news and guides and stuff and make a bunch of money from people clicking things, and instead you've got to try and do the rat race that is YouTube, and YouTube videos make jack shit if you're not one of the I get 1 million views on everything people. Like, you can have a 600, oh my god, this one took off. I got 600,000 views in a month, and it made me $600. So it's like, but then everything else combined made me like $300. And living off $900 is really hard.
Did you see? I posted it in our internal Discord this morning. I found like YouTube said, "Hey, some people are using your content," and sometimes it's when we've used trailers, to make videos
or video game cutscenes.
It's identified the trailer of the actual people that own it and gone, they've used your. I'm like, no, it's their content. We're using it.
Yeah.
But I found one website, and this blew my mind. One YouTuber.
There's 3 channels I've seen with this, by the way.
1.58 million subscribers. They took Fairies, Doom, gameplay, no commentary, and they didn't bother to edit out his fucking credit that comes up with our YouTube animations and everything, and they just dumped it and posted it as their own work.
Yep.
And I'm like,
there was
you've
at least
got 1.5 million subs. Most of them are probably bots, but fuck you.
Oh, yeah, no, and there was a bunch of there's been like 3 or 4 channels that do that. Like, they just take other people's stuff and re-upload it.
Yeah,
hoping they won't go through the whole process of
I don't mind it with
copywriting
trailers, but if someone's done work, like, don't be a dick.
Well, I even saw one where someone was like reacting to it, and they reacted to the entire video. And by reacting to it, I mean they just watched it and occasionally went, "Oh wow!" I was like, "Jesus Christ!"
Fun. Anyway, in other news, the Halo Campaign Evolved game has been announced, and some Halo fans are excited. Some Halo fans are miserable shits.
Some Halo devs are excited. Some Halo devs are miserable shits.
Yeah, some original Bungie Halo co-creators are excited, and others are like, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. So from a design perspective, you know, we've got Jamie Griesmer saying, "Oh, they moved the tree," and he's not like happy with some of the design choices. On the other hand, we've got Marcus Leto, who was like really ecstatic about how visually the game looks and how exciting it is to see Halo realized in this.
Yeah, he was there, and you know, him and a bunch of other guys were there, and they're doing Halo Fest, and supposedly somebody said they invited Marty, and I really hope they didn't.
I think they did.
God damn it!
It's real.
He was
posted by HCS.
Yeah,
he wrote the music. Like, I know he politically he's a dickhead.
Well, he was ecstatic about the Fight the Flood ice thing meme.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that's causing a lot of news and controversy this morning, about the US government is using it for ice adverts and you know, referring to the flood as in the flood of immigrants, and it's gross. And people are seemingly really mad at Microsoft for not like making a massive stink of it.
In a just world, they would have immediately said, "Hey, we don't condone this. Please take this down." But in the current climate, no corporations like Nintendo didn't do it over them using Pokemon. They were just like, "Oh, we didn't." They didn't ask us if they could do this, but then they didn't DMCA them or anything. Like no one.
No.
This retaliatory government. How petty and spiteful they can be. They're not. Corporations are not going to risk billions of dollars in value trying to fight them on stuff like this. They don't care. They're not good. They're companies. Companies aren't good. But you know what is good? Halo Campaign Evolved. According to the only one of our team who got to play it, Ursul. He did have 2 complaints. Aiming felt heavy.
Just
in his words.
Halo aiming.
Yeah. And you couldn't control the Warthog in the air.
No air control.
Yeah. Other than that, though,
I don't think you could back in the day. Oh no, you could in Halo.
I thought you had a little bit.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tilt it. I don't think you could like steer it in the air. But
No, yeah, it was just
change whether it would land like that or like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's me just doing this. He's lost it, man. He's lost it. Anyway, basically, Marcus Leto, though, did comment on the ice stuff and said that he found the DHS ice post absolutely abhorrent. It makes me sick seeing Halo co-opted like this. Stephen, this is all... Sorry, I forgot to mention. This is via Stephen Tortillo.
A game file. Very good. Well worth signing up to game file.
I will put a link to your news story in this post.
And anyone who ever watches clips of this and is like, "Hey, how come? Where's the?" I do an article every day after the show that has all the sources linked directly to them.
Yeah, but yeah, he. Where is it? Stephen Tortillo asked.
I think it was those 2. I think it was Marcus.
No. Hold on.
Oh,
God, let me find the bit. Here we go. Right. So, Marcus Leto, absolutely abhorrent. Jamie Griesmer, one of the chief designers, says Halo is a cultural icon, and like anything with cultural capital, it's going to be used by politicians and brands and everyone else looking for relevancy. Usually, I take it as a compliment to Halo's continuing legacy. He found the Trump as Master Chief post amusing, but the ice one he did not. Using Halo imagery in a call to destroy people because of their immigration status goes way too far and ought to offend every Halo fan, regardless of political orientation.
Well, yeah, that's the whole keep politics out of gaming thing, which oddly enough goes away in situations like this for a certain crowd. But
yeah, Marty O'Donnell, if you wanted to know, the composer for the original Halo theme, along with Salvatore, hasn't worked on the series in years and finished 4th in the Republican primary last year for Nevada's 3rd congressional seat. He reacted to the DHS ad on Monday. He posted that when he wins, he will work with the Trump administration to destroy the flood once and for all.
Yeah, that's why I really hope they don't invite him. And people are saying that back in the day, Halo CE it was just physics, and then it was like Halo 2 that let you move it in the air.
So Halo CE was two kind of envelopes of a squishiness that did this, and that's how they faked the physics for the Warthog. It was like two things that kind of bounced together. It's like I remember seeing behind the scenes footage. I was like, "That's a fun way," and that's why it was so bouncy and ridiculous. But there you go.
This is the part where he got very mad because they got rid of the rocks that kept the Warthog out, even though everyone just got the Warthog around him anyways.
Yeah, they just made the thing that every Halo CE player does easier.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, this
especially because this is up to 2-player split screen or 4-player local co-op, or 4-player online, 2-player local co-op. So everything has to be bigger to accommodate for 4 people, and also the hunters don't die to a single shot in the back anymore. They take more damage from it, but they don't die. There's 8 guns in the game that weren't in the game. There's prequel missions with Chief and Master Sergeant Johnson. So
I really want to play it.
Yeah, it looks great. I can't wait.
Next year now.
Yep, at some point next year. Who knows when?
Yeah, probably November. Next up in news, in case you missed it, Resident Evil Requiem is now available for pre-order in 2 different shiny editions. And outside of that, Capcom also announced a upcoming Grace Ashcroft and more Fortnite crossover. What they didn't announce, though, spoiler alert for those who don't want to be spoiled on this.
This isn't a new thing. This has been hinted at and leaked like 50 times before.
Well, in that case, the PlayStation Store in Portugal leaked it anyway, but Leon appears to be in Resident Evil Requiem in some form.
Yeah, the rumor always was Grace is the survival horror Resident Evil 7 type, and older Leon back as the Resident Evil 4 remake combat-focused mission stuff. So there was a leak saying the deluxe edition will also get you Special Agent Leon Kennedy skin, aka what he wore, a very boring outfit in Resident Evil 6.
Exciting.
It was just like a vest and jeans or slacks. Like it's nothing even like cool.
People get hyped for all sorts of things.
There's a really boring, bad-looking Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller for Resident Evil Requiem and an amiibo. Which they say is it's a Grace design. They haven't finalized yet, so they're not showing it. But I bet you there's also a Leon one, which is why they're not showing it.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's a very Nintendo-heavy marketing around this one, but it's not exclusive. Like, they've been all over the place when they had that deal before where they were only with PlayStation.
Yeah. Fun. In other news, Don't Nod and Netflix have signed a publishing deal.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. This was posted by Wario64 over on Twitter. And he posted with, Don't Nod announces the signing of a development agreement with Netflix for the creation of a new narrative video game based on a major IP. Through this agreement, Don't Nod will develop a new narrative experience that builds on the studio's recognized expertise in the genre, presumably referring to their work with
Life is Strange and
Yes, thank you.
Or even you can even go with Banishers. Banishers was an amazing narrative aspect to it, along with the gameplay stuff. Also, I now have Void Train.
What if it's Stranger Things?
I got Void Train. I got it on PC. He will send Xbox when possible.
Okay, 4 PC codes?
No, just one right now. I'll ask for more.
Okay. I sent you a thing in Discord.
I did. It's already redeemed. I mean, it's Arc Raiders. Thank you.
Yeah. Next up, Animal Crossing New Horizons is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Gotta pay.
And a big old chunky update.
Free.
This comes via Chris Scullion over at VGC, Video Games Chronicle. This is a free update. The Switch 2 edition of the game will launch on January 15th, 2026, alongside a significantly large free update to the base game for those still playing it on the original Switch. The free update will include, among other additions, new collaboration content from the likes of Lego and playable retro Nintendo games.
It's crazy. This game got nothing for years. Nothing. Like, it came out, it was enormous during COVID, and then they just stopped. And now it's like, it's the very Nintendo's strategy is 100%. We are supporting the Switch as long as we can because you guys all have it and you keep buying games for it, and we are not going to really force many switch to exclusives. They're just not going to do it. So like this free update comes to both, then you can pay them and you can get the Switch 2 upgrade. I'm sure the Switch 2 full edition will probably be like $70-$80 like always, like if you don't already own it. So it is interesting. I understand the strategy, and they're not getting called out for it like many do.
Nope. It's Nintendo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nostalgia. But yeah, you can go read the full article over on VGC. It's got all the details of what's what for Animal Crossing, a game that was massive, and then they did nothing with it. Cool. Last couple of news stories now before we close things.
Real happy one.
Today's episode. Amazon is laying off 14,000 plus employees, and they're also shutting down Eternum: The New World, which is a lengthy MMO that originally came to consoles maybe a year and a half.
Yeah, I got like 7,000 emails about it with updates all the time, but now it's had its last one because they are seemingly getting out of gaming.
Yeah, they look done. They've cancelled reportedly their Lord of the Rings MMO
again.
This comes via Rock Paper Shotgun. Yeah.
And people found some quotes from an old VP, and they're like, man, we had Twitch. We thought we'd make our store and everyone would just want to use our store, and it never happened.
Instead of Steam, yeah. And this is what I mean about suits making decisions thinking they know the industry, and they have no fucking idea what they're doing.
Well, that's why everyone's always thought Microsoft. Well, that's why everyone always thought Microsoft was going to get out of gaming, but they were in gaming for like a decade and a half before they ever made a console. Like they were in gaming for 20 years almost. They're one of the first just making games. Like they understood the business, and they essentially own but cannot monopolize the biggest gaming platform. So it has always been different for them.
The biggest gaming business is the Windows business, according to Satya Nadella.
Yeah. Well, outside of mobile.
Yeah. And last news story for today, apart from a couple of ones I'll just chuck in quickly at the end. File this under Water is Wet. The CEO of Take-Two doesn't think a Grand Theft Auto built with AI would be very good. No shit.
I do feel like Strauss Zelnick gets a lot of Andrew Wilson comparisons, and he shouldn't, because Andrew Wilson is an AI robot, and Strauss Zelnick is just a businessman.
Yeah. He's quite a savvy businessman as well.
Very good at it. And he's like, yeah, no, like, it can be a tool for creative people to use. It cannot replace creative people's creativity. It never could. Any game made with AI would be soulless and lack that spark, because that's always been one of their main things, especially in GTA, is just that weird-ass human spark of what the fuck is going on right now. You don't get that with AI, because AI is just a bunch of number crunching from work people have done, and they don't understand it.
Yeah. I like his quote. This was, again, a news story from Video Games Chronicle, written up by Andy Robinson, the editor-in-chief over there. One reason he said this was that AI is inherently backward-looking. And he says, let's say there was no constraints on AI. Could we push a button tomorrow and create an equivalent to the Grand Theft Auto series and the marketing plan, and boom, here it is? The answer is no. A, you can't do that yet. And B, he is of the view that you wouldn't end up with anything very good. You'd end up with something pretty derivative. Whether people in Silicon Valley like to hear this or not, AI is big data sets with lots of compute attached to a language model. So what are the data sets by definition? They're backwards looking. They are previous. They are history. They are not someone thinking ahead. And you won't get anything good. There's no creativity.
Nope.
So, yeah, again, very sensible take from a CEO.
Unlike
a couple of sensible
what
ones
EA has been doing lately, where they pretty much sold themselves to the Saudis based on, we're going to replace everything with AI. Allegedly,
Madness.
supposedly.
Madness. Last couple of news stories for folks. Just some heads up. If you are planning to pick up Ark Raiders, not only is it a Play Anywhere title on Xbox, meaning you get a PC and an Xbox version for free. Well, not for free, but you get both in one. That's the word I was looking for, which is handy if you own a handheld. And I've yet to test it on the Ally, because I didn't have a chance yet. It's also in Stream Your Own Game.
Hey, there you go.
You can
get to writing.
yeah, it's already done. Cat's already written out. It's already up on the site.
Always forcing it on the lady.
As well as Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines 2, the 11th Hour 17, which is also in the Stream Your Own Game program.
Puppy.
So yeah, that's good. And I think that is all of the news.
You're just a lovely old lady down here.
Yeah, she is. Earth. Anyway, we'll be back on Saturday for the Xbox Era podcast live. Now, Nick messaged me while I was mid-game, and because I didn't reply within 10, 15 minutes, he set the time for as per usual. So I think he set it now for an hour later than it should be.
I'll go fix it.
I said Jesse might not agree with that. Because,
yeah, no, we go by American
go with
time.
whatever American people want. Sorry, the rest of the world, but America,
Well, I mean, most of the audience watching and who watches these shows is American, which is why we always go by American time.
Yep. So
he,
just as a heads up.
He made it a Pumpkin Jack themed show because, of course, he did. No, he's got it for 5:30. Again, you're wrong because for you, it's only -4.
But he said to me, "Oh, I get up an hour later. 9:30 it is." So
no,
he might have
that'd be
written
next
it that
week.
way.
And next week it'd actually be an hour earlier for him because we're going back. I forget.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, it is set for the right time on YouTube. Yeah.
Other than that, though, we'll be back then to chat lots and lots of video games. For now, for anybody playing Arc Raiders, I look forward to bumping into you in the Rust Belt.
Oh yeah, and Indiana Jones in the Great Circle is on GOG now.
Oh, and I owe Embark an apology.
Wow. What did you do?
There is a mohawk in the game. It's just not one of the standard starting presets.
You have to unlock it?
You have to unlock it, purchase it with in-game credits. So, yeah, I now have a nice, similar color to my Gamescom mohawk, actually. Not quite green, a little bit of hint of blue. But it's there. No beards, though. No beards in the apocalypse. That's not okay, Embark.
It's a Pete Hegseth apocalypse. All right, we'll see you next time.
Ciao, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Hey God, why are you doing this to me? Am I not living up to what I'm supposed to be? Why am I seething with this animosity? Hey God, I think you owe me a great big apology. Terrible lie, terrible lie, terrible lie, terrible lie. Hey God, I really don't know what you mean. Seems like salvation comes only in our dreams. I feel my hatred grow all the more extreme. Hey God, can this world really be as sad as it seems?